Thanks for stopping by. Houston County, a little bit of history, was put together in 1871. Where we're located at is on the Burr Coleman farm. Farm had belonged to my wife's great-grandfather, Burr Coleman. I want to talk a few minutes. I do need your support. I'm fighting a battle in Nashville, Tennessee, as well as taking that same fight to Washington, D.C., and it has to do with hemp farming, processing of the hemp, and those of you who use the CBD products as well as the many other products that come from the hemp plant. What we find going on in the nation right now is coming from the federal government. The rulemaking is taking place with a comment period for the next 60 days. And of course we're in the month of November 2019. And actually when the session began, we started talking about hemp and a discussion that needed to be had by our legislatures, both in the Senate and the House. So when we go back into session come January, we can have a good idea what direction that hemp is going to go in the state of Tennessee. We formed a hemp task force, and it consists of 6 Senate members, 6 House members. I was asked to chair that committee. We had the one committee. At the same time, we were waiting for the federal government to hand down to all of the states, not just the state of Tennessee, what was the discussion that we needed to have for our state, for our farmers. And it's interesting enough, the average age of a farmer in the United States is 57 years old, but many of you, way younger than that, are out there trying to grow this incredible, amazing plant and provide for your families on the small plots, the small farms. It's ignored farms for the last number of years due to the fact of the economic growth, if you will, and it seems like it's the bigger farmers are the ones that are only able to make money in agriculture, and I'm excited to see smaller farms pop up here and there. So just about every day I get phone calls wanting to talk about hemp. What's the update on hemp? What are we going to be able to do? What are we going to not be able to do? And as the task force meeting that took place in Nashville, Tennessee at the Cordell Hull building, and certainly you can find that video online if you want to look that up, and it was the information coming from the Department of Agriculture in the state, as well as Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, TBI was there, some advocates for that. Actually had some public comment. I guess the guy, he's growing the plant, but he's got a greenhouse too, so he's marketing the plants for the rest of us who wants to grow that. It was a couple years ago, was actually when I was pushing the bill, House Bill 1164. It had to put the wheels in motion for what we're doing now in the state of Tennessee. And not only did I push for passage of that, but I received my grower's license, and I grew a couple varieties here on the farm, which like I said earlier, there's a tobacco base, or was a tobacco base on this farm, and my wife and her family grew tobacco for a number of years. It's helped them to go through college as well as pay the bills, pay the property tax here on the farm. The final statement I said in that task force meeting, because we don't know what USDA, FDA, and the banking industry is going to do, it really puts us as the state of Tennessee in a tight spot. And with the deregulation of industrial hemp, known now as hemp, we are in a situation, and the phone calls, the emails, the text messages that I'm getting is a lot of the growers don't have anywhere to take their product for processing, a place to sell it. And a big part of that was the shutdown of the banking facilities on receiving loans and doing business transactions through the banking system has really put a hold on many things to our farmers, growers, and also the processors, the folks who want to be able to process the CBD and then sell that even online. It's slowly coming around, but it's a little too late. in my opinion, for this year, November 2019. I had written a letter sent out to our congressmen of the state of Tennessee as well as our senators way in advance of the harvest season, saying we got to get in front of this banking issues that's going across the country, because it's going to hurt those of you out there that are trying to take your hemp plants to the market. But my big reason for this video is to let you know that I'm still in the fight. I'm pushing for the hemp producers. I'm pushing for this amazing plant. A lot of folks are using it for different purposes. The hemp oil, refinishing wood, hardwood floors, surfboards, skateboard blanks, clothing line. Amazing product with so many uses, just other than CBD. But why not harvest and use the whole plant? I mean, from the very top of the plant to the root in the ground, people are making products out of this hemp plant. My request, if I could have some of your support, if you could support me financially, I do have a website. It's jreedy4tennessee.com. I anticipate I will look up during my growing season of growing hemp on the farm and share those pictures with you as well. But to all of you, have a great day. God bless, and keep up the good fight.